welcome to episode 4. Yeah.
Episode 4.
But this one's going to be fun. This one is going to be, I'm going to peel some layers back here. I'm going to ask you guys some questions. We're going to get to know Kristen and Taryn.
Which one's which?
Yeah. I love that. Let's start with that. So people, we got to figure out a way to know.
Tall, Taryn.
Taryn is tall.
Taryn is. Next segment.
Wow. Boom.
Figure out a way. I got you. But yeah,
but people really don't know who you guys are? Like, between you guys?
Yeah, I swear people have no idea, like, if she's Taryn or Kristen, or if I'm Taryn or Kristen, or Nuss or Kloth. They have no idea. Yeah. Like, the amount of times, like, refs will literally, like, throw me a ball to, like, start the game. They're like, oh, here you go, Taryn. I'm like, wait, that's not me.
I mean, I almost did it in my reel the other day, too. Like, but that was just the way I say it, because I always say your guys' names together. I was trying to say last names, but, yeah, it messed me up.
Like, sometimes I swear you probably look, if they say Taryn, you're just, like, automatically looking, because our names are, like, synonymous with each other. It's like, oh, Taryn, you mean Taryn and Kristen. Oh, Kristen, you mean Taryn and Kristen. Right. Always.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I would love, like, I feel like if we just, like, randomly ask people at tournaments, like the fans, I would love to know what the percentage of people getting it right would be.
Oh, this is kind of bad. There is a player on the international tour that has called me Kristen for the past couple.
Do you run with it?
Yes.
Wait, what?
You're literally Kristen to him.
For the past couple tournaments, and I am not going to tell him.
No. I don't
Wait, do I know?
No.
I didn't even know this.
I'm not gonna throw him under the bus, but it is just absolutely hilarious. And every single time I like get a little smirk, and he's probably like, "Why does she smile when I say Kristen?"
But wait, that's hilarious. I didn't even know. You didn't even tell me that.
No, I know, because I'm just gonna see how long I can.
I kind of want to know too.
I know.
Sorry, no, we don't want to throw it. We got to keep it going. Let's see. That's what we should do. We're gonna see how long we can keep it going.
Oh.
We'll just keep checking in periodically. And be like, so does this international guy still call you Kristen?
Wow, now I'm curious. Does he call me Taryn? Now I need to pay more attention. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't even know the other person's name. He just knows Kristen. That's it. He's like, one of you guys is Kristen.
He's like, I just want you to be Kristen, so just be Kristen.
Just do it. Just roll with it. That's cool.
Oh, and then there was another, I don't know, it was like a broadcast or something, but every single time you would get a dig,
they were like, announcer at the event.
They're like, and another dig for Taryn Kloth. And I'm like, yes, I've never had so many in my life.
Dang, what tournament that was?
Swiss? Was it Stad?
It may have been Stad.
It was so great. And I was so pumped the entire time. Pad my stats.
Yeah.
Man. That's it. Balance it out. You just need to get them in the official record book, though, and be like, just those are going down for my stats, too, right? Just not the name, right? All right, so I'm excited, though. Let's talk a little bit about your guys' pregame rituals. Is there anything last episode we talked about some superstitions, things like that. So is there anything unique that you guys have that you think people would like to know about?
The thing I feel like people a lot of times are like, because we'll each share an AirPod. So like I'll have the right one and she'll have the left one. And people are like, are you sharing an AirPod? Like, is that really happening right now? We're like, yeah, we listen to the same music. Like, it just works.
We make a playlist together, and then I'm in control of the playlist of when I want to change it. Yeah, which I don't think you love.
Yeah, there are some times where I may just switch it a little bit up on my phone so that my right AirPod can be the next song.
No,
mine's the pause and stop, whereas that doesn't really do anything. But hers,
I love that I have the.
Yeah, so sometimes I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm really feeling this song, and she's like, boom,
and
next.
Like, no.
Like, darn it.
Like, good, I didn't want to listen to that song anyway.
No. The one thing though I do before every single tournament, it has started back my first game at LSU, is whenever we like go to the back line, you go stand on the back line before the refs be like blow the whistle and they're like go shake hands, and I have to say here we go and then give like a high five. So I have not done it ever where I've not said those words.
One time.
Did you know that? Oh, okay.
One time because I stepped over the line before she said here we go, and she looked at me and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, we can't lose this game.
This is all on me now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You don't remember that when I stepped over the line before you said here we go and you gave me death glare?
What are you doing?
Yeah. I know that we both, because we talked about it after.
You said that was at LSU, or this was on
This was
Pro?
This was Pro.
Oh,
but me saying it started like back when I was at LSU.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do remember like looking at you, and then we talked about it after the game, and you were like, you know that you messed that up. I was like, yeah, I know.
And she brought it up. She was like, luckily, it was okay.
Luckily, we didn't lose. Yeah.
She was like, don't let that happen.
Yeah.
Like, don't mess me up.
I do think it's kind of fun to like break superstitions of like, oh, I think I'm playing well because of this. So then I like purposely try to change it and then try and go win still.
No, I
Because
love
I'm like,
it.
it's not that. Is it actually that? And if it's like a comfort thing, sometimes I like keep those longer. But yeah.
Don't you also go through like a mental like checklist
You have a
before we
laundry
leave the
list before
hotel
you go?
room?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, because she forgets things.
So you're the mom. You're just like, okay, I'm holding her
I am the
accountable.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to get that eye roll on camera. You didn't see it, but it was.
See, that's perfect for
but
my kid
but
to
it
be
was like an
eye rolling
acknowledgement.
me.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it was an acknowledgement too a little bit. It wasn't full disrespect.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you have your credential? Do you have your earrings? Do you have your necklace? Do you have your armband? Do you have your tattoo on? Do you have your bracelet? Hat, sunglasses. We have to make sure that we're wearing the same thing, and that's the checklist.
I love it.
But she,
Yeah. I definitely have forgotten sometimes. There have been times where I've like been like halfway to the venue and I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah, that would be me. I think. I don't know. I try to go through it. Used to go through a checklist, but I feel like I would always forget something.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. At least you
I
got a
got
partner
you.
that's accountable.
Yeah, exactly. That's
That's good.
Hey, we balance
That's
each other
why
out.
You guys are a team.
why I keep her around, man.
She goes, wow.
Just
that's
kidding.
why. Okay. She did full body turn and was like, really? Okay. Tell me more.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys about the tattoos really quick? So how does that work? So sponsors, right? Is it just in your guys' sponsor partnerships, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's definitely sort of like a level, probably. Obviously not the like
Right,
highest one. The hat is usually, I think for most athletes, kind of the top sponsor spot. But yeah, the tattoo is just, another spot just for a possible sponsor because obviously the sport, we're traveling everywhere and we need sponsors to help fund these trips. So yeah, it's just another way to basically brand ourselves with sponsors.
It's just the temporary tattoos, right? They just give them to you guys or whatever.
Somebody asked me if it was real a couple times. They're
What
like,
would the
"What's
price be on that?
what?"
Yeah. Whoa.
Like,
We'll talk numbers.
yeah. That's so
Dang.
great. Yeah, I've always wondered that. I'm like, I mean, I kind of had an idea, but I did actually also wonder. I'm like, I wonder how much it would be if somebody decided to sell out, you know? And just be
Dang.
like to pay for a real tattoo. Somebody that has other tattoos too, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's not just like going to be the one.
Yeah, I think it would stick out on us a little bit.
yeah.
I mean, sometimes the temporary tattoos are so hard to like scrub off that I really
bet.
am just like, I don't
know
even
what?
care. It's staying on. It may stay
That's
on.
why the little armband thing that we wear is nice because you can just slide that on and off.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I like it. Good. All right. What else? Any other rituals before the game? What about post
Do you
game?
do? Oh,
Recovery? Is there any like a meal, a place that you guys like to go?
Oh, it used to be Waffle House.
that was literally when we were playing like AVP next and just like lower
Yeah,
tier or just
yeah.
like local tournaments. It was literally because one, the tournaments would go till like midnight
It's the
or
only thing
after,
open.
Exactly.
and we would just be like so hungry. We were like, Waffle House.
How good is
And
Waffle House
we
at
would
midnight,
play
too?
like 9 games in a day, and you would just be dripping sweat, and you'd just be dying, and then there's no way to actually like eat enough that you could survive. And those waffles, oh my God.
All right, it's something about Waffle House, but it really just hits different like after midnight.
For
Like,
sure.
Couldn't agree more. Like late night Waffle House is the best. There's something different about it. It has different
Yep.
taste. I don't know.
I don't know if I've ever actually been there like at a reasonable time. I really
Nobody
don't know.
goes
Like
to
for
Waffle House
breakfast
at
at, like,
8 a.m.
yeah,
like
9
when you're
o'clock, you're
supposed to eat waffle.
Like
But-
the only weird people go at 9
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning.
But that place, yeah, I love a good Waffle House. It's been a while since we've been there though.
Man, but what do we do after? Oh, we always like if we're on an international like spot, we throughout the week we're like, oh, okay. If once we finish, this is like
yeah.
this is the meal that
Map it
we want, or
out.
like
Yeah, we do eye
want
up.
we want a pizza from here. Or we
Yeah.
want like get the things that you're not probably gonna
Right.
eat during or before the
Right.
tournament.
Yeah, I definitely eye up a couple pastries. I'm like, ooh, you would look good. Like you looking good.
You
And
guys
the
have
worst
tears?
is when they're closed. And the tournament's over, and you're like, I've been looking at you all week, and I don't get to have you.
Like I did my job and everything. I just want this. This is all I wanted.
Yeah, that
Oh my
happened. That happened to
gosh.
us in Atlanta though. There was literally a place across the street, and
They're closed on Mondays.
their cinnamon rolls looked so good, and it was literally like every single morning we were like, oh, we're gonna
getting
get
it.
that, and then we
Monday
won,
came
and then we
around,
went, and they were closed on
what
Sunday.
coffee
That's what I'm
shop
saying.
is closed
Is
on
on
a Monday
Monday.
morning? When else do you need coffee more than that?
Right?
Yeah.
It kind of gets under my skin when things are closed on a Monday. Like I'm like, but here we are on Mondays in our shop, and sometimes we're closed. Too.
But we hate those
But we hate those people that are closed on Mondays because it's my off day and I want to go somewhere and it's closed.
That's hilarious.
Selfish. Oh
Yeah.
man. Speaking of like where you guys enjoy your time, right? So we're talking a little bit about recovery, off time, that stuff. You guys don't get it very often, but during the season, how do you guys like to spend your off time? Obviously, training is a part of that, and you have to balance that. But what do you do for free time? What do you guys do for fun?
Man, I do love, speaking of coffee shops, I love going to a coffee shop and just sitting there and being able to kind of do whatever I want. Like, if I want to read, if I want to just sit there, if I want to be on the phone, I would say that I'm on the phone a lot. Just catching up with people it's like my family and my friends, and that's like my off time that I can actually like spend time. It's kind of funny when you like get older. I think there's like a ton of memes and just like jokes about you have to schedule out your times with your friends, and I'm like, hey, when are you not busy? When are you not busy? And then I do actually like schedule out time so that I can talk to them, because it's important to me to keep up with the relationships.
I really love that. No, I'm serious. Like and on your journey, right? Like while you guys are in the middle of this, and sometimes that's the hardest, is you're sacrificing those relationships. So if you're making that like a priority and balance, that's really,
She
that's
definitely
good.
does a good job of that. I'm so sorry, friends. I am so terrible at it. I am so just like in the moment, really, that I don't like like reaching out to people. It just doesn't like pop in my head if I'm not just like 100% thinking about that. But yeah, she's on FaceTimes and stuff all the time. I'm like, man.
I'm jealous of that too. That's where I struggle with that too, connecting with family and friends and stuff.
Well, some people hate FaceTime too, and I'm like, I don't care. I want to see your face. I don't really care. Like, if you look horrible, I don't care. I will too.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
That's just,
No,
it's
Yeah.
fun.
But for a little bit of before Paris, we had like a 2-week stretch of like being sort of off. I mean, we were still obviously training heavily to go compete, especially with World Champs coming up. But it was literally like one free weekend where it was like, oh my goodness, LSU plays at home. Like, we actually, I think, could tailgate.
Yeah. You don't get that very often.
No.
Yeah.
Literally one game. And
This
so
year, like, what about the last couple of years? Have you had any opportunities or no?
one a year.
One
right?
a year.
I think 1 or 2. It's typically 1 or
But
2.
still, yeah,
But yeah,
not very many
Not
options.
many at all.
Yeah.
But they were like, yeah, we'll have a big tailgate. And they went all out for the tailgate. The Treyans are amazing. And people got to come to the tailgate. And it's so much fun.
It was a big TKN tailgate? Yeah. Oh my God, I love that.
I know. It's so sweet.
It was like it wasn't like huge because it was for the Grambling State game. So there really wasn't many people tailgating.
Right.
I mean, especially since LSU lost to Florida State. But it was still just cool to have like our people and just kind of hang out for the day, just kind of relax, eat some good, nice tailgating food. So that was fun.
Did you guys go into the game too?
Yeah.
No. It was a big blowout anyway. I mean, it wasn't the greatest.
Yeah, I didn't really feel like just going to sweat more, just standing in the stadium.
It's that time of year where it's just like you move and you sweat and you're just like, now I'm in street clothes and this is miserable. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I get you.
Yep, for sure.
What else? Anything else on the schedule coming up?
I mean, only like World Championships.
Where's World Championships this year?
Mexico, Tlaxcala, but they're doing it in like 3 different cities. So like we found out that our pool is in, I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Is that the high are they all high altitude?
They're
okay.
I think they're all like Tlaxcala is just like the bigger city, and then I want to say the other ones are just like very like not remote, but just like I think probably like 15 minutes away from the actual like big city. I don't even know.
But the fact that we're playing in a bull ring is so cool to me.
Wait. What?
Like, yeah, like a legit bull ring.
I like how how did you guys not mention that? That's awesome.
Okay,
Wait,
it's
is it
kind
an
of cool.
arena too?
We've never been,
okay.
but we just
That's
hear
fair.
it.
That's
And
fair.
it's like, here's your location. It's like your name, the date that you play, the time that you play, the city, and then it says bull ring. Like
Just
event.
bull ring.
I was like,
Yes. So cool. This is awesome. That's incredible. All
yeah.
right. That's another thing on the list. That's awesome.
We missed out on World Champs last year, so this
by
one
40 points or something
we
crazy.
are very excited about. I mean, this is like I don't think people understand that this is like the tournament, like minus the Olympics, like World Championships is like second most important tournament.
Yep.
So if you win World Championships, you get a bid to the Olympics.
Right? Yeah.
So it's kind of a big deal.
And you just
a big deal.
You just get bragging rights of saying I'm a world champion.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, that one we're very excited
who won
about.
it last year?
Duda and Anna Patricia.
So they got an automatic bid just by winning that last year, or is it just the year before?
just the year before.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Wow. And did April, or no, not April, she's retired, right? Or Alex, right? Didn't she get a partner for this or something?
Oh,
Yeah, she got a wild card for it. I mean,
So-
rightfully so. She's the
Yeah, she was
gold
a gold
medalist.
medalist,
I mean,
yeah.
casual. So yeah, we were not surprised that she got the wild
But
card
I
for
think
that.
that's important to just document, right? Like people don't understand, I think, how difficult it is to get to the Olympics. But like little things like that, right? If she gets hot and has a good run, she wasn't on the map anywhere to go to the Olympics, but she could take one of those spots potentially, right? If she wins this, that's a scary part, right?
I mean,
Like,
that's another reason why World Championships is so important, is that it's the most amount of points you can get.
true.
So for winning, it's not way more, but it's a couple hundred more than say winning an Elite 16.
Gotcha.
So that's, again, is so crucial. And Alex going and winning it would really kind of
Put a
shake everything.
Yeah.
it would shake things
So-
up, right? Yeah. I got you. But I just like to document that stuff for you guys too, because I think, if things go the way they will, hopefully will, and stuff like that, I think people need to appreciate just how difficult it is, right? And people are trying to qualify at so many different events throughout the year and just trying to get random points at random tournaments and things like that. So I think it's just always a testament to show where you guys are in the standings and the consistency that you guys have had on this journey so far. So,
You know what
kudos to
blows
guys.
me away about
What?
the Olympics? When people are sitting and watching it on their couch after people have been trying to get there for 4 years,
So
and they're
crazy.
like, oh, they played horrible or they did horrible. And I was like,
You have no idea.
are you really going to
Yeah,
say that?
you
Because they
can't.
had to get there.
Right.
Like the fact that they made it there puts them at the highest of levels. And then they're competing against the best and the best of the best of the best of the
Right.
best. And I always want to see just like a regular person trying all of these things. And then they would just get smoked.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it would just be insane.
she says that, and then I like catch myself sometimes. Like I'm like watching the Saints on Sunday, and I'm like, oh my goodness, Derek, how could you not make that throw? Like,
And what do I always say?
What do you say?
I always have to defend them.
Because
Like,
you understand.
yeah, they're going to make a mistake. And then
Yeah.
it's like the whole
He wasn't
world-
trying to do that.
Yeah, the whole Saints nation
Yeah.
hates him. And I'm
Right.
like, oh, yeah,
But
I
then
bet
you,
he's
like-
having a worse day now.
Yeah, but then you like go back and you like see the film from like behind him, and you see like all of these bodies just like coming out, and you're like, oh, okay, yep, that
There's
makes
a lot
sense.
of elements
That makes
in
sense.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You can mess up.
Yeah.
That was like when I was pitching sometimes, and people would be like, "Just throw strikes." I'm like, "That's it? Why- Can you come out here and just do that for me? Like, you know what? Thank you. Thanks for enlightening me. Thank you. I'm trying though. I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. That,
No, it is. It's funny, but
That frustrates me so much.
And the people don't understand. Like, that's why I think the Olympics to me is, I played Major League Baseball, and like some baseball players would joke that some of those sports aren't. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's once every 4 years, and we're watching a highlight reel of 4 years of work in this moment. And so not only do you have to perform in that moment, but like you have to wait another 4 years or maybe never get that chance again on that stage to represent your country. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So to me, the mental side of it, the mental health, the journey, all that stuff. And again, is why I think this is really fun that we're documenting this and putting this all out there, because it is a journey.
definitely the mental side. I mean, the amount of people who are like, you can't prepare for what you like mentally, and the amount of pressure you're gonna feel if you get to the Olympics. Like, it's just next level. Like,
We
I
had
can't
like an
imagine.
entire USA meeting day. It was actually hilarious because they took all of us off the sand and out of the weight room, and they threw us into a little conference room. And it was like, oh, you can go if you want, but you got to go.
Yeah.
And
The optionatory.
Yeah. We sit there, and I think it was like 2 hours in, and everybody starts shaking. And I was like, none of us are meant to sit at a desk
Right.
for more than 30 seconds. And in between, it was like, oh, you guys have a 10-minute break. People are like running and getting on the bikes at the
I need to
gym. Like, we
move.
could not just sit
Yeah.
there. But the sports psych was talking to us about how we are working so hard to put ourselves in the toughest possible mental and physical state ever. And I was like, I looked at him and I was like, huh, we're all crazy. He's like, you kind of are.
You are.
He couldn't even deny it. I can't deny
Yeah.
it. Like, nobody can deny it. What we're doing is absolutely insane.
I
Like,
mean,
why are you trying to put yourself in that horrible situation, but the best?
It's because that's why you
Yeah.
guys are 1% of the less than 1% of the world, right? And it's same thing, the fine line between genius and insanity, right? Like, there's a fine line. It's like you just crack through and you're a genius. Otherwise, like, you just keep trying the same thing and you're insane, right?
Yeah.
So, but that's the same thing with you guys. Either you're a world champion or you're a gold medalist, all that stuff. You keep trying and do it again next.
Yep.
Keep climbing. So, well, I'm excited. I'm here for it. And along the way, you guys have kind of brought this up. Some of your fans maybe have talked about this. Some maybe food.
Fruit.
fruit. Maybe I was thinking fruit, but Food Chronicles. Are we going to think about doing that? Some people were asking, maybe sharing some of your favorite foods and places you like in different cities, countries.
I mean, man, should we do it? I mean, should we start a little segment on the podcast talking about our Food Chronicles and like what our favorite things are? I mean, we want feedback.
So. I think so.
We legit want feedback because, I mean, we'll eat it.
Yeah,
we'll try it.
I will.
Fine, I'll be a foodie in a different country.
I will happily talk food. I mean, seriously.
You guys want their producer to try food too? I'll do it too. Twist my arm, fine. But I don't go to as many cool places as you guys do. So.
But it's literally like the thought of Kristen's, like what she thinks about is food, like all the time. Like we finish dinner, she's like, "Oh, for breakfast tomorrow, Taryn, I'm gonna make blah blah blah." I'm like,
I literally saw there was like a reel that I sent you. It was literally like a girl who was like eating breakfast, and she's like, oh, "Okay, what am I gonna eat for lunch?" Like, and then you get to lunch. Oh, what am I gonna have? Like before even eating the lunch or like breakfast, and that is 100% me. I'm like, where are we gonna go?
Or she's like ordering these things, and she's like, "This came up on my Explore page," and I was like, "What is on your Explore page?" And she was like, food. That's it.
Literally,
the
my
whole thing.
My Instagram Explore page is just straight up different food. Like there's nothing else. There may be like some sports things like sprinkled in there, but other than that, it is just straight up food.
And so when I go to bed before her, and I open up my phone, and it's like 900 new messages from Kristen.
I found this for tomorrow, just so you know.
And it's all food. It's all food. But I mean, it's fun to look at.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, let us know if we should do it.
I say so. But is your love from food come from it fueling you, or is it something that you've loved your whole life? You're from Louisiana. It's huge culture here, that kind of stuff.
I was an extremely picky eater, like as a kid and growing up, even like freshman, sophomore year of college, like would eat the simplest things. Like I would go somewhere and like chicken tenders. Like that was me just with ketchup. But then I got COVID, lost my smell and taste. And I just like as I like couldn't smell or taste anything, I just started like eating things or whatever. And then it was literally like the flip of a switch. And I was like, after I could like smell and taste things, I was like, oh my goodness, like I love all these flavors. Like cool. I love experiencing new things. So I think my foodiness now comes from the fact that I didn't do it. So now I'm just like so appreciative, and everything right now is just like so brand new that I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
That's like we just found out that we love peaches and plums, both of us. And so now we're like peaches and plums all the time, and like with cottage cheese and just like having new mixes and
But yeah, I just love new experiences, new flavors, and
I never thought about it from that perspective. That's cool. I think I had a similar journey when I went to Korea. That's when I was like, I'm gonna be forced to try some stuff, or I'm gonna be miserable. So I just opened my mind to it, and then I was like, wow, I've been missing out on a lot of great stuff in my life.
Yeah, it really is. Like even I would love to like have my own restaurant or something one day. That would be like the coolest thing. Just to like, I mean, I obviously would not be the chef, but having like
I would have the
an actual chef come in. That would be. What do we were in one of just like our random talks of walking. I think it was like, how cool would it be to have like a restaurant where like every month like 3 different chefs of different cuisines would come in, so like you could literally
You're
have
away good ideas.
I know.
Yeah,
shoot,
put it up on the
scratch
air,
that. We're done.
No, that was
but
a terrible
love
idea.
to have.
We'll edit it out.
A nice like place. That'd be sick. But
To me, what's fascinating about food too is like pairings. This goes with this. This makes this taste better. Like smell this first before you taste it, and you're like, wow. And I don't know,
works.
to me, yeah, exactly. That's the cool
it is
part.
like how much like science and everything goes into it. I'm like, just mind blown.
Especially chefs like on that level. That's the cool part.
That is a book that I told you to read a long time ago. We used to share books and we would read them and then switch. And she's like 8,000 books behind me. But there is one, and it's like about the chemistry of food. And she's a chemist, but she makes amazing food. So she becomes a chef. I'm not going to give it away, but it's incredible. It's like the way that she thinks about things and like the balances.
I like it.
It's cool.
Yeah. All right, I'll get on it.
That one actually should be your first one.
All right.
Food Chronicles. We're going to do it. Let us know in the comments. Make sure you guys let us know on social media, especially when we'll probably chop this segment up or something and put it out there and throw some feelers out. But I have a feeling people are going to encourage you guys to eat. So I'm here for it.
Nice.
All right. Before I let you all go and get out of here, let's talk a little bit about your guys' charity event, right? Sodax, Santa in the Sand, right?
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
I think it's year 3, right?
It is year 3.
Yeah.
That's the one that we
annual.
went to last year. That
Yeah,
down
yeah.
in right.
Yep, at Coconut Beach.
Yeah. So Sodak, actually the name, so it comes from a family friend that is super supportive of us, super supportive of just giving back to the community, and very, very supportive from Sioux Falls.
Nice.
And I love you guys. Thank you. And
Shout out Sioux Falls.
Yes,
go.
Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So we were trying to come up with a name for the event with them. So Sodak came to mind. So it was like a little bit of a mix between Louisiana.
Yeah, because
with
it's
the
spelled, the so is spelled
Right.
with the E-A-U-X.
Yeah, S-E-A-U-X.
Yeah, and it's like Sodak, South Dakota. So that's where that came from.
Wow. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little embarrassed right now. I didn't put the DAC for Dakota,
Dakota.
until you had to explain it.
I knew you didn't get it.
I was like, "Who's DAC?" I'm like, "Who's this person?" DAC? But now we got it. Thank
Yep.
you.
So
A
that.
little slow.
But yeah, the whole event is just for the local community. There's some families who really need the help during Christmas time. And we really, I mean, to us, I feel like we always talk about just how special Christmas is. I mean, obviously, as a kid, you love getting all the presents. So we try to help out families in the area just by donating gifts and giving a check to the parents, or some who for the most part are like raising a ton of these kids just by themselves. They're single parents, so we just really try to help them out during a time that is very much family oriented, and just a time where it should be magical.
Yeah,
Wow,
it relieves a
love
little bit of pressure from the parents.
Yeah.
I mean, dropping the presents off and being able to give the checks to the parents.
Yeah.
It is probably the most emotional day
Yeah.
that we have all year, and it just makes everything seem like it doesn't matter. No volleyball matters. None of that matters. Like, they're just trying to feed their kids at this point. So it just puts everything in perspective.
Yeah.
It's a really cool event.
We are still looking for sponsors though, so if anyone out there, business, company, I don't know, we definitely have some options for different sponsorships to like be involved in different levels of involvement. But yeah, we're just trying to grow it every year. I mean, we
have a quads tournament. We're adding a doubles tournament. Cornhole.
That's what I was gonna say. So run through the events, you guys, because we went down last year. It was really cool. So you guys actually put on a little clinic for the kids, right? So people can come and actually get some lessons from you guys, which is really fun. But then you guys do like a tournament. People actually get to play. So there's high skill level competition there. You guys jump in with people, right, and everything.
Yeah.
So they get to actually play with y'all. That's really cool. And then there's like an auction, right, for things
we
like
have a
that, so
silent
people
auction.
can donate.
have some auction items. Yeah, this year we're debating doing maybe like an adult clinic beforehand.
Let's
We've
go.
gotten a lot of adults.
Everybody wants to do
So
it.
yeah, that could be another
That would
thing.
be
If
cool.
you want adult clinic, let us know. We'll see if we can make it happen. But yeah, adult clinic, co-ed quads tournament, which is always fun. Juniors are involved too. We get cornhole to bring in if you maybe don't want to play beach volleyball. You
Right.
can get in some cornhole.
Yeah, I think we have
We have a photo booth and everything.
PJs.
Oh, yep. PJs.
PJs, because who doesn't love coffee? They're
Nice,
actually
let's
coming
go.
to the event. They've been super supportive of our event as well.
love that.
So
It's
Yeah, I mean-
literally just a fun,
It is.
family-friendly day. I mean, hopefully the weather, we've been very fortunate with the weather. It's been absolutely gorgeous
Yeah.
so far.
dress up. It's
yeah.
Christmas themed, of course.
Nice.
So you get like a best dressed
Ooh,
award.
You can win. Nice.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
just fun.
and
It's
what
fun.
about sponsors? What do they sponsor? Do they sponsor clothing? Are they making donations? Are they giving charity things? Like how can sponsors get involved?
There's a lot of different options. We do have like a tournament shirt that's coming out, so logo like your company or something on the back. We have court signs that go on each court.
Very cool.
There's also
You can sponsor the photo booth.
the
You can
photo booth.
sponsor-
You can get your company name on that.
Memorabilia
There's
too,
tournament
right?
cups.
Like things
Yep,
like that.
memorabilia.
Like auctioned items, stuff like that.
Yep, all various options of involvement.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
and we
where do
like to
they-
be nice and flexible too. Like if a company has an idea and we like it, we're just gonna run with it. That can be a new idea for the year. We're
That's what
always
I was
willing.
going to say. You
Yeah.
guys can kind of cater it to them and that kind of stuff, right? Because people might want to get involved in different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
There's
cool.
also, if you want to donate, we do have a TCAN Venmo for that. And it's all on our website, tcanvball.com. There's a little Santa in the Sand section that provides everything that we just talked about on there. But yeah, obviously we love the event and we just wanted to keep growing.
Yeah.
So
It really
Yeah.
is, and everybody knows your energy, so it comes from the good of your heart, and you guys really do. I'm vouching for you guys. I was there last year. Some of our videographers went down and filmed some stuff for you. It was a great event, super fun, super welcoming. And again, I suck at beach volleyball, so even
You're playing this year.
all right, I'm playing.
And then we're
I
gonna
backed
video
out last
him.
year.
I got ready.
Yeah. I'm just gonna make sure the cameras aren't around. That's it. I'll definitely get on the sand. Yeah. But no, you guys make it welcoming for everybody and make it fun. So it is. It's a great event, and I'm glad you put where it is on the website, because I know some people probably just want to donate. I'll put it in the show notes and everything, and on YouTube. So make sure you guys go check that out. Yeah.
Love it. Let's go. Year 3.
Sodak, Santa in the Sand.
Sodak. I'm so happy that I put that together now, too. Now it makes a ton of sense. It's really cool.
That was another. I think we saw the light bulb.
Yeah, that's it.
It was a light bulb
Ding.
one, yeah. Well, that one actually took me days to come up with.
Yeah.
Like
it did.
actually,
Snaps for that
maybe
one.
even weeks.
Yeah.
Very
But,
nice.
Yeah, that one was fun.
Well, good stuff, ladies. Make sure you guys travel safe. This was great. Episode 4. Make sure you guys check out episode 5 when you guys are back in town. I don't know when that is. I'll try to track them down after World Championships, Paris. I don't even know. We're going to make it work. But thank you guys. Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We out again.
Sometimes I think